Hello and welcome to the Arizona Wildcats show. I'm Michael Lev. This is Zack Rosenblatt. We're with the Arizona Daily Star. We are at Arizona Stadium, where the Wildcats lost to the 9th-ranked Washington Huskies 35-28 in overtime. It was a valiant effort by the Wildcats. I think they played better than anyone expected, especially Vegas, especially all the people who put money on Washington and resulting in the line swelling from 10 to 16 points. Highly unusual. They had a chance to win this game, multiple chances to win this game, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you think about it, Arizona only trailed by a touchdown for most of the second half. They wound up tying it in, right at the end there. The fact that their defense was able to hold Washington's offense, number one, and then that Arizona's offense was able to overcome some inconsistency in the second half and still kind of powered through it. Dawkins had a valiant effort. I mean, I don't think there's any question that he's the starting quarterback now, right?
No question. Yeah. No. It's not like Arizona's defense played great. I think they gave up, about 550 yards in this game, but they came up with some key plays.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, they held Washington to field goal attempts in the second quarter and in the fourth, and both of those missed. They came up with an interception.
End of the game.
End
of the regulation.
Sack at the end of regulation, preventing the Huskies from, maybe getting into range for a long field goal or an alley-oop. So it was an opportunistic defense, kept them in the game while the offense was kind of sputtering. Before those offensive struggles and after those offensive struggles, it was a lot of Dawkins making plays. What did you see out of him out there?
Man, he showed a burst that he's shown some running ability, but he showed a burst that if he finds a hole, he's able to run right through it. There was one point where Washington was kind of shutting down everybody, but didn't focus on him, so he broke down the middle. I think that's when he got a 79-yard touchdown. 79-yard touchdown from a quarterback. And he had another big run. He was kind of winded by the time it reached the end, and I thought Arizona maybe should have went for 2 at the end of the game there, but he showed that he still has some stuff to work on throwing the ball, but he has the weapon of his feet, which they didn't have with Ami Solomon, as we've talked about, and you have to play out Dawkins going forward, I think.
You do have to play Dawkins, and there were some rough stretches for him throwing the ball, but like you said, his legs, it just really makes a difference. I mean, he can make plays that a lot of quarterbacks in college football can't make, and he was able to break down the defense, scramble for first downs. They really had things going in the first half when it was Brandon and J.J. Taylor. Then, unfortunately, in the third quarter, J.J. suffered a bad injury. Rich Rodriguez said it was a broken ankle. Probably means that he's going to be out for the season. Rich Rod was really upset about it after the game, really frustrated because they just can't stay healthy at running back. Running back is kind of the middle linebacker of this year.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at what's left, Nick Wilson, who knows if he'll play next week, and even if he does, he's injury prone, as he's proven throughout his career. So that leaves Zach Green, the only scholarship guy. Then they have Brandon Leon as a walk-on behind him, who's the other guy they kind of trust. Then a bunch of other walk-ons, and Tyrell Johnson, who fumbled the ball today.
Twice.
Yeah. Once as a running back. And, I mean, it's a big concern, I think, going forward. I mean, you don't want to be down to your 4th-string running back or 3rd-string running back. No, you don't. We watched Nick Wilson pretty closely during warm-ups. He didn't seem to have been limping very much, and he was kind of helping out the running backs. He was sort of acting as a linebacker during the warm-up, so maybe there's a chance he comes back next week. Who knows? We thought Tellis Jones was going to play tonight. He didn't. No. So anyway, final thought, Zach. I feel like this overall tonight was a positive. I mean, they showed they could hang with one of the best teams in the country. Yeah. No, I think this is something you build on. I know, that's kind of a cliche, a good loss, but it really was for a team that a lot of people have picked to struggle this season. And, it doesn't get any easier. They go to LA next week where they've struggled a lot. UCLA coming off a tough loss to Stanford. They'll be highly motivated. So we'll see how Arizona bounces back, especially with all these injuries. And, you just hope that they come out feeling positive, even though there's a lot of negative going on right now. What would you think?
I agree. No, I think it is something to build off. Obviously, they have to get healthy at certain critical positions. The schedule is pretty brutal, going to UCLA and Utah the next 2 weeks, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's our show for tonight. This is Zack Rosenblatt. I'm Michael Lev. Thanks for watching, and check out our work at Tucson.com. We'll see you next time.